don't know if they did yet, so I don't know.
Good morning.
Oh, she's there. Wow. Yes. Oh, so then she's so busy anyway. She's too busy to take care of her. Well, tell her so you remember my name. See my hair curly, and you'll remember my name. Just like your
Mary, are you going to sit up here?
Our first song is called We Are the Ones, and today is all about collab. It's all about collab in a very delightful way. So we'll be hearing more about that, and we invite you to join us in song anytime you wish. The words are up there, so please lend your voices anytime. You haven't taken a breath yet. Feel free. Here we go.
We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will
Thank you. And welcome everyone. My name is Fuyat, and I'm the host today. Wow, lots of beautiful faces here. So welcome those here and those at home. Nice to see all of you. So Concordia means harmony, where many hands and hearts come together as one. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. A special welcome to our first-time guests. Make sure that you receive your welcome packet from our readers. And you'll see in front of you in the pew, we have our cards. They're read this month, I think. Yeah. And so on one side, there is a place for you to put your contact information if you'd like any information about our community gatherings, which we have many activities. There's also a place for a prayer for yourself, a prayer for a loved one. So feel free to just fill that in, and it will be collected later on when we do our conscious giving. All right. And after service, please join us downstairs for coffee and food and fellowship. We'd love to speak to you. Again, thank you all for being here. So let's just take a moment. Breathing in and knowing that Spirit is here, and all its divine goodness and all of its perfection and all of its creativity. It is here in this gathering, bringing each one to a place of higher seeing and knowing the unique goodness of each and every one. Each heart is open right now, accepting as this revealing of this service. I know our speaker is lovely and wonderful and uplifting, and I can't wait to hear her, and her music is beautiful, and our Concordia teams everywhere supporting this community. So I give thanks in knowing that all is well, and together we affirm, and so it is. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am Lisa Conlon. I'm your practitioner on duty this week. So if you want a prayer, if you want a treatment, if you want to talk, just call me. I'll be right here with you. So let's take a moment and ground and center in meditation and meditative moment. Settle into the stillness that is ever present and ever present. And as we move into affirmative prayer, please join me and unify with me in the truth that is. I know that each and all are in and of the collaborative presence of love. I know that each and all are of God. And I know that God is infinite, intelligent, loving. It is the givingness of spirit. I know that there's no place that this power and presence of life is not. It is just waiting to be asked. And I stand here, and I know the door is open wide. I know that the door is open and filled with love and light and life that is of itself. And as I know this truth for me, I know that each and all everywhere is of this truth which I speak and I know, and that I live in and allow to move through me as me. And as I know this for me, I know this for each and every one, everywhere, no matter who they are or what they are. I know that everything is a center of God wrapped in human skin. I know that each and all is an experience of God wrapped in experience. I know that the light is divine and bright. And in this truth, I know that it lights the way. I know that in this collaborative, unified oneness, there is only light. Everything that needs to be done is illuminated with light. It is bright and it is magnificent. In this light, there are no shadows, there are no dark corners. There is only the light of life, the light of love, showing the way in the most beautiful and magnificent ways. And I know in this unified presence, there is only collaboration. Each one is one with the love, the caring, the joy, and the laughter of each other as we all move forward on this magnificent path. And this path is growing and evolving and healing and revealing everywhere. And in this unified presence, I know the divine connection. I know that all is one and one is all. I know that hands are open, hearts are open, and feet are guided. And the energy that is going out from this unified presence is already blessed and sacred. I know that the communication is clear, and each communication, each word spoken is filled with love and good and greater good, and moves with the highest and best for all. And in this new thought, there are only beautiful new beginnings. New beginnings that clearly started a long time ago in ancient times. And I know that the seeds and sprouts that are now appearing are nurtured and nourished by the energy of life, saying, this is the way, this is how it is to be done. And I see this word, and I see this day going out center to center to center. There's no limitation here, because there's no limitation in life itself. And I know this unified presence in this word and these seeds are the seeds of a divine and mighty forest, filled with magnificence, color, energy, vibration. It is going out state to state, coast to coast, continent to continent, planet to planet. And I know that it is reaching out into the furthest spaces of the infinite universe. I am so grateful to be on the front of this wave. I am so grateful to be part of this team and this community. I am so grateful to be part of this time. And I stand in gratitude and I stand in awe, seeing the absolute whole energy doing its thing through each and every one who is joining together this morning and beyond, and was hearing the call and is being attracted by the laws of attraction, the law of life, the law of love, the law of mind. I am so excited. It is amazing. As I release this word as law, I know it is done, and it is already so. And so I am, and so we are. And I say, blessed be, and together we can affirm. And so it is. closely with that number. For well over 30 years, Barbara was executive director of organizations serving survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. She was involved locally, statewide, and nationally in creating systemic changes through laws, protocols, and education in our criminal justice, educational, and medical branches. Being a social spiritual activist and believing that changing the world begins by changing ourselves and living our principles and values, Barbara continued on her spiritual journey, seeking a belief that supported and helped her grow in her commitment to oneness and wholeness, and living together in peace, harmony, and equality with all of creation. The teachings, philosophy, and the way of life of Science of Mind have brought her that and more. Barbara continued her studies in Science of Mind, becoming a licensed spiritual practitioner, and has held the leadership positions with Concordia CSL and CSL of Greater Boston. She is now the spiritual director of CSL South Coastal Mass Teaching Chapter, holding their vision of oneness and creating a world that works for everyone. Welcome.
I'm using this one for right now, right? Yay. Okay. I think I got it. Just not so easy sometimes. So good morning, and how wonderful just to look out and see us all here together, representing different geographic areas, representing different sects, if you will. You know, we have Unity, we have CSL, we have lots of other representation, and I'm just so excited about that. So thank you for being here. And as Karen Drucker said in our opening songs, we are the ones, and we are the ones that are going to create this change.
That's
And
right.
there's nobody else dropping down from the sky except within us and through us and as us. And that's how this transformation is happening. It's happening to us individually. It's happening to us globally. So, knowing that and celebrating that, you know, we're going to just talk about collaboration for 2 minutes. So this is not an in-depth message, and I am very grateful that the brilliant Reverend Barry gave the message last week, because that will last us 2 weeks. And if you weren't here for it, it was phenomenal. And if you weren't here for it, just go back and look at the recording. So collaboration is certainly not a new concept, and that's why we call things new thought and ancient wisdom. There is nothing new. We're re-saying some of the same things. We've evolved in our humanity, so we understand things that were spoken years ago. We understand them and interpret them differently. But the truth has been the truth, is the truth now, and will continue to be the truth. So at a time where this transformation is happening on so many different levels and in so many different ways, you know that old bumper sticker, think globally, but act locally. We wanted to bring together all of us in this oneness of this faith, of this belief, and of this whatever it is we call new thought or whatever. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that story and how that happened. And when we started, well, first let me premise that by saying most of us who have gone anywhere or exist anywhere, probably other than in Connecticut, were birthed from Concordia. We were trained in Concordia, and Reverend Zed and George went out and started a teaching chapter in Boston and then turned into a center. Reverend Ian and Reverend Patrick from Connecticut were very close, so Reverend Patrick would come here and speak, and Reverend Ian would go there. And then all of us practitioners, pretty much born and bred in Concordia. When I went to South Coast, Reverend Celeste went and started a center in Southern Rhode Island. So this is, to me, home. It's where we were birthed. It's where the seeds were sown for us, and this community is incredible in transforming along with the world, like we all are. So when we started CSL South Coast Teaching Chapter, our vision was very much about freedom and about no boundaries, no geographic boundaries, and to do our best to not see any obstacles to oneness. It didn't matter where we were, all were welcome and doing things together, and we modeled the teaching chapter on that. You know, our first vision was that we had a food truck that said, you know, food for the soul, and that we'd be on the go in the community. So we've created a different kind of community. We don't have bricks and mortar. We did not want to do a Sunday service. There was one at that time in Boston. There's Concordia here. So we were on the move. It was kind of like, you know, Ernest Holmes and his fireside chats that, of course, then turned into, you know, civic centers. But just going and doing what teaching chapters do. They spread the word. They keep teaching. They have book studies. They have classes. So in that, and the freedom for that, and the wanting that kind of choice, we wanted to do a retreat and have people from the whole area and everywhere come to that. And we had Reverend Michelle Wadley come up for a weekend retreat 2 years ago now. But we wanted to somehow be of service or instrumental in bridging that gap. And I was blessed to have worked with Boston and Connecticut and Concordia, and then we started South Coast. So it's like knowing all of these wonderful, committed spiritual beings as we were all moving on this spiritual path together. So we had the retreat, and after the retreat, many of us heard, why didn't I know about that? Why didn't I know about that? I would have gone. And so we really needed to look at that, you know, thinking we had done a good job of getting the word out. We had to really kind of look at that and what are the gaps in that, and how are we communicating with each other, and how could we do a better job of that to create oneness and move forward in oneness. And so that's what we've been working on. In forming a collaborative and speaking to people who are in the area and seeing if there's interest for it, which of course there was. There isn't anybody that I've talked to, which is probably mostly everybody here, about doing it. And what do you think of that idea? And is it a good one? And, you know, would you be interested? And so we moved along with that, and we formed a group of representatives. So we had 2 people from the Boston area, 2 people from South Coast, 2 people from Concordia, and someone from Connecticut. And we just came together and kept meeting and evolving. And we started with our visioning. And then we went from doing our visioning to creating the covenant, which you'll hear more about, and then solidifying, bringing that covenant into a mission statement, and then the action, like, you know, okay, now what goes along with that? So, this day is the day that we're really saying we do exist. It's Luminaria, a New Thought collaborative. And our friend Lisa told us to expand, stop using the tri-state thing and just say it's New England. And it's the world. We all know it's the world. It doesn't matter. But that we're forming, and we just kept. And so, I don't know whether it was about a month ago, we thought, well, we're ready. We've done all the foundational work, and we're ready to tell everybody so that, I mean, to me, information is power, so that everybody has equal information about what is this thing, what's the purpose of it, and wanting to be part of it. So, I'm going to introduce to you, is that more than 5 minutes? I said to Mary, not saying anything in the beginning, it'll just be 5 minutes. She said, yeah, right. So I'm already behind. Okay. So I would like to invite all members of the collaborative who have been a part of us to come up here so that we can hear from everyone. Oh, I think I got it. Green light?
Green light.
So these are the folks who have been serving for about a year. And Jorge, we're going to start with Jorge Rico, who is the chair of Concordia's Leadership Council.
Yay.
Yay!
Morning.
Now it's on.
So first and foremost, I feel humbled and honored to be part of a group of spiritual beings that our objective, as Barbara has prefaced, is really to come together as a larger community, expand not just Concordia, but expand for the other members of the respective groups and teaching chapters. And so I'm honored to be part of such a elite group of women. Chris is part of this as well, and my objective really is to be a voice of Concordia. I'm humbled and honored to be the chair of the Concordia Leadership Council. So for me, it's making sure that I am illuminating the voice of the Concordia community, to make sure that the diversity of thoughts and ideas and desires that you all have are represented in this group, and that whatever we decide to do, that I am offering that as a representative for our Concordia community. So I'm honored to be part of this group and hope to continue to expand the both spiritual, personal, physical, whatever kind of advancement, evolution, in the form of the genius of some of the members here and the respective members of the other communities. That we all come together and share those gifts and that genius so that we can elevate our community and expand our community. So to the extent that I can play a role in that, I'm humbled and honored. Thank you.
Amen.
Karen, you have to wait till the end. So, Reverend Emily Morale from Connecticut.
You handed a mic to a reverend?
Very
Hope you're
dangerous.
all not hungry for breakfast. So I came to New England with a big, hairy vision of doing something completely new. And I took a left turn to do something completely familiar, which was a pulpit. And things happened. And I was kind of wondering about myself and what to do now that I came to New England 3 years ago from San Jose, California. I love it here. And Michelle Wadley said, this woman's trying to get a hold of you. Her name's Barbara. And she wants to talk to you. Who knows? I'm new to New England. How does she know about me? I called her, or she called me, I don't remember. But it was as if the divine had came in and really physically scooped me up and took me in and said, you're in the right place. Because she was speaking the words of collaboration and bringing stuff together and expansion. And that is everything about it's what I presented as my final thing in ministry schools, quantum leadership and collaboration. So she couldn't have been a more perfect event in my life, and you are an event. Every year. Yeah. So I am really, really humbled, thrilled, and I feel very addressed by Spirit to be included in this. And I want to say that I kept asking Barbara, so what is this? We met once a month. I came up from Connecticut, met at Mystic Diner, and we met and talked about this. What is it exactly? And we talk about 10,000 ideas pouring from both of us, and it never, I still don't know quite what
It is
to
evolving.
me, yes, what it is to me is open at the top like this teaching. And at least it will be a very rich resource for all of us. Resource in so many ways and so many layers. And just like when my knee was hurt and I couldn't speak last week, and you found apparently an excellent replacement. Thank you. But having a resource like this where we know which ministers are up for grabs right now, to be able to turn to a rich database where we're all visible. We know who's available. We know what classes are going on from the top of Maine to the bottom of wherever. So, I mean, it's that and it's so much more. For me, it speaks of my primary mission in life, and that is connection. Me to myself, me to something greater, and me to everyone around me. So, proud and appreciative. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, standing next to the event here, the activity, she's an event and an activity. It's true, anyone who's in her life knows this. I just wanted to quickly mention the principles at work here, the principles that we live by and we teach. And one being, all life is the outpicturing of consciousness. All life is the outpicturing of consciousness. And this is such a perfect example of that. A consciousness that started many years ago. As long as I've known Barbara, she's wanted something like this, and she never let it go. She never dropped it. Also, there's a power for good in the universe, and we can use it.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, strap on your seatbelt. Here we go. I tell you, it's awesome. It is awesome. And the other one I wrote down was what law does for us, it must do through us. You are a divine expression, a channel for your desires. And your heart's desire is God's desire for you. And I stand next to the event and the activity who lives that every day. And it's such appreciation for being here.
And now, Karen.
As everyone in this room knows, when Barbara asks you to do something, you do it. She's very good at that. And she, like Mary said, has been talking about this since I first met her. So to see it come to fruition and that it is just beginning is very exciting. I too am honored and humbled to be with these ladies and men and just thrilled. That something new, something that bonds us all together is happening and starting. So I'm going to take that little bit of time since everybody else spoke, because I have, do you want to tell Reverend Martin?
So Karen and
Thank you.
Reverend Martine Bernard are from Boston, and Reverend Martine also speaks twice a month at the Unity Church. And they have kept communication with the community that exists in Boston. So whether the centers are open or closed, it matters not. There are communities that belong, that are in our community that are still there. And they have kept the communication going in a beautiful way, both beautiful spirits. And so, unfortunate, and Reverend Martins serves with us in the collective, I guess. And so she's unable to be here physically today, but she sent in a recording that Karen is going to play for us.
And I do want to just acknowledge that there are Boston people here as part of all of us.
Yeah.
So I thank you all for coming.
Is Chris on a call?
Yes, he is.
God's glorious morning, my beloveds. I would love to share some thoughts on this very auspicious day. Beloved ones, as we stand together in this emerging constellation called Luminaria, I am reminded that each of us is a vital point of light in this great web of spirit. We are not separate lights competing for brightness, but a shared radiance, revealing what is possible when communities choose collaboration over comparison, unity over isolation, and spiritual courage over fear. Luminaria invites us into a new way of being together, a way rooted in oneness, mutual upliftment, and the awareness that every voice, every prayer, every offering truly matters. We are saying yes to a future where new thought communities weave their wisdom, resources, and love, creating something far more expansive than any one of us could create alone. As we enter this sacred covenant, may we each feel the golden light of this movement moving through us, reminding us that spirit is always seeking to expand its expression through our willingness, our creativity, and our collaboration. May we honor the divine presence in one another with tenderness and respect, celebrating each triumph and standing together when challenges arise. I affirm that Luminaria is not simply an idea. It is a living atmosphere of possibility, a spiritual ecosystem where all are welcome and all are needed. Together, we co-create a world that works for everyone. A world rooted in peace, abundance, healing, freedom, and love for all beings and for our planet. May we move forward as one radiant body, grounded in truth, guided by spirit, and uplifted by the knowing that the light we share is truly transformative. With gratitude, devotion, and deep joy, abundant blessings, Reverend Martine Bernard.
Brilliance. Just brilliance. Okay, so we are going to, from our visioning, we created a covenant, and Mary and Reverend Emily are going to read that. Folks, what? Oh, sorry. Which I always appreciate, because I always need whispers in my essay. Oh, you forgot, blah, blah, blah. That's okay. Anyway, yeah, so we'll read our covenant so you can feel us. You can feel us. and know what the intention is. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about bringing that to action. I want to say that I commented to somebody yesterday about this group, that informing something like this document and our mission statement that we posted on Facebook, I've never seen a group of spiritual leader-like people create something uncontested by the end of an hour-long meeting. So, yay. When you hear it, you'll get why I'm excited about it. Okay. We, a collective of New Thought organizations and spiritually aligned individuals, unite in a sacred covenant of collaboration, guided by principles of oneness, love, and infinite potential. Together, we form Luminaria, an open, expanding constellation of light, inviting all who resonate with this calling to join us in radiant co-creation.
We envision Luminaria as an atmosphere of golden light, illuminating the Northeast Corridor and beyond. This web connects churches, centers, communities, and hearts in a shared purpose to uplift, empower, and transform through the presence of spirit. Each point of light, each voice, each contribution is vital. Every light matters.
We affirm there is one power, one source, one infinite intelligence, known by many names, that expresses in and through all creation. We see and honor the divine presence in ourselves, in each other, and in all things. We are co-creators of a world that works for everyone, holding a vision of peace, abundance, health, and freedom for all humanity and the planet.
Our commitment to collaborate authentically, sharing resources, wisdom, and support in the spirit of mutual upliftment. To foster spiritual growth, celebrate each other's triumphs, and lovingly remind one another of truth in times of challenge. To welcome change as the divine unfolding of spirit through evolution. And to uphold this covenant as a living, breathing commitment, renewed continually through conscious action, heartfelt intention, and sacred service. We step into this covenant not as separate entities, but as one radiant body, unified in purpose and grounded in spirit. We move forward together, creating a luminous path for others to follow. And so it is, and so we let it be. And so it is.
And Mary has some copies of that downstairs if folks want to read it. I know we're throwing a lot at you, and but just to digest it, look at it, and give us any feedback that you would like. So I just want to talk about, for 1 minute, about what that all means in form. It moves me to tears, and then the question is, so what are we doing? What's our action around that? And so there were 2 things that we really wanted to do right away, which was to increase communication. And so we will be, in January, sending out 1 email a month to everyone that says what each organization is doing, what each community is doing, what's happening around town. What are the opportunities for us? We're in New England. We can get anywhere in an hour and 15 minutes. Ask Donna Magnesium. She collects people and takes them wherever they want to go. Doesn't matter how long the trip is. You want to look at the flowers, you want to look, anyway, I digress. That was very important because information is power. So we want to know what each other's doing. Connecticut does a book study once a month. You know, things are, as we said, Reverend Martin speaks at Unity twice a month up in Boston. Other things are happening up there. Ask Darlene, she knows every spiritual path that exists that we may want to go to or bring into our own individual, communities or organizations. The power that we have with our memberships, our communities, is phenomenal. The practitioners that are part of our communities, the brilliance, the talent. Lisa was at that retreat, and at the retreat, people created heartfelt relationships that weren't going to end when they walked out the door. They're still in touch, from whether you were Connecticut, Boston, South Coast, Concordia. That's oneness. That's a beauty when we talk about wholeness and unity. We just need that one heart connection. So part of it was to offer an opportunity, again, for those heartfelt connections. And in communicating with Reverend Cherie Rufa, who will be coming on to the collaborative team in January, and she leads the Unity Church here in Rhode Island, and she led one also in New Bedford, and that's how I got connected with her. That one closed during the COVID stuff, and so she does that. They do most of it on Zoom, but they do some things that are in person. She's also chair of the Unity East Coast Board of Directors. So when I was talking to her a couple of weeks ago and talking about, updating on what we were talking about, they are doing a retreat in October of 2026 through the East Coast Board, and have invited us, meaning they've invited us all, to be a part of that, through planning, through going to, it's going to be held in Virginia Beach, so that there would be one retreat here that we can travel to in a car, and hopefully meet people from lots of other states. So that was really good news. I'm very happy about that. And, yeah, right. I'm sure anyone who's interested in helping with that would be welcome. So, and the other was communication. And so what we came up with was doing one email a month. And in that, we would have what's happening in Concordia, what's happening in Connecticut, what's happening in Boston, what's happening in South Coast. And it would just be once a month, but one place that people could look. And that would include practitioners of any kind within each community. So, whatever we all have in our newsletters would then go out to everyone once a month. We do that informally, and we started doing that right away. Like, we would put in things from Concordia would put in things that South Coast was happening, where it will be a much more professional production. And don't ask me the how, just ask Elaine or Chris or Mimily or Karen, because they're the team that is working on the details of how this is going to be smooth and easy and what it looks like. And there are a lot of details to that. So those were the two things, and they're underway. They're underway and happening. So you will continue through folks from, like Jorge and Mary each month to get updates on the progress of anything that we would be doing. And I think, our idea, I brought it up yesterday at our meeting and said, it's kind of like the trees, the way, each tree is strong and independent and unique and stands hardy in the forest, whether it's a maple or a birch or a, oak. And yet, all of the support system is underground, where the roots are communicating and doing a lot more than communicating. And then, of course, Jorge told me about the mushrooms, which is but they're very important in the ecosystem. That much I know. And that is our intention to do, to feed what already exists, to be of support for what already exists, to be a bridge over troubled water, or to be in the celebration of what each and every individual organization is achieving or doing, and spreading the word, to have everybody here, to have them walk in and there's not a seat to be found. To go to the sacred circles and they can't fit in the circle. We have to keep enlarging the circle. Just to have people know, and have more people and more people and more people know what's happening. Okay, so Chris Westgate, we did not forget you. Oh no, we're not up to you yet, but we didn't forget you. Chris is on Zoom and will be bringing his message in right after Reverend Emily and Karen unveil our Facebook. Ooh. Who knew? Oh, there it is. Oh,
that's beautiful. Gorgeous, yes.
So I'm going to preface this with Reverend Emily did most of this. I'm kind of a supporting person right now. So,
Have you ever seen a bridge without anything under it? No, you are the thing that makes the bridge stand.
Amen.
So, yes, I'm all about communication, if you haven't figured that out. And I'm going to just go over how the thing might work, and that's still mushing around. And the more people that hear about it and you have ideas, it'll be in the atmosphere, right? You catch it, you talk to Barbara, so I'm not going to go on with your product. I feel her going, we've only got a few minutes. Just that in that email communication, that eventually you might get to a place where you can put in your individual newsletters a link to the collaborative Facebook page. If you want to know what's going on more in New England, click here in your newsletters so they don't have to be, oh my God, I'm so tired of scrolling long.
Yeah.
So that, and the more we engage with this, the better it gets, right? So my main thing is, we'll send it live, we'll send out information to you through all the channels that we're collecting, and please engage. Share your stuff on the page. Send stuff to me if you want me to create an event, and there will be information about how to do that. If you want an event to show up there, we'll do it. We'll boost it. Okay. Anything else? Great. Okay. Get on.
Thank you to that team for that magnificence. We love the river, we love the mountains, because
Beautiful.
that's what life is. We're always doing twists and turns and climbing and dropping and valleys, so wherever we are, we're there for each other. So now...
Chris is up.
There's some guy standing behind you.
Hi there. So now, this is Chris Westgate, who is chair of the Leadership Circle.
Go ahead.
And can you hear me?
You need a microphone, Barbara.
Oh, perfect. Hi, everybody. So nice to be here. I'm Chris. I'm the chair of the CSL South Coast, Massachusetts Teaching Chapter's Leadership Circle. What a mouthful. So I'd like to say CSL Sokoma TC, where I serve with Barbara. She's our spiritual director there, of course. I'm also a close friend of Concordia. All of you are kind enough or crazy enough to invite me to speak regularly and come back, which I always love. And I think coming back to the roots of my participation in this form of Science of Mind through Concordia is just a great testament to how I've been working to evolve and expand over the years, both in founding CSL Sokoma with Barbara and some other folks, and then also now with the collaborative moving beyond that. So I think the theme here is one of constant expansion, and that's already been touched on today. So if you think about it, you think about Gestalt psychology, you think about, even with hermeneutics, right, the parts and the wholes and the relationships, right? So we often hear the sum is greater than, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, right? Or, the idea of crowdsourcing and collective intelligence. What I do want to emphasize here, I think, is that each part, which is each community or organization, will continue to thrive and only be uplifted in this process of coming together, such that oneness is the expansion of the individuation of each community, right? So each community will continue to shine brightly, and even more so, even more brightly than it already does, I think, through this collaborative. So it's one where the parts are continuously coming together as part of this collective whole. So I like thinking of it in spatial terms, if you will, right? So I joined this basically, I think, because I'm really attracted to Luminaria's message of love, of oneness, as I just touched on, the infinite potential here. For me, it feels like I'm coming home again, right? And anything that Barbara is a part of, I'm also right there with her. So it feels very familiar to me in this sense, and that's why I joined. I also wanted to be a part of a group where every light matters, right? Even captured in the name, Luminaria. Every light matters. We're uplifting one another in real time, in real and tangible ways. And I've seen how powerful collective intention is. I remember when I was meditating back in graduate school with a bunch of folks from India, and I just remember attending the session and feeling the collective effervescence, if you will, of all of the vibrations together in one room. And I have a similar feeling when I envision being part of this larger network of the rootedness, if you will, of each center or community in New England coming together. The charge is lifted up, the charge of the meditation, the charge of the collective visioning is magnified. And I hear this in Martine's even intonation in her message, right? So that to me is reason enough to partake, is reason enough to participate. So really magnifying the charge. And I always think, someone's performing Reiki in the background, but really it is each individual message that is coming together. And so our covenant here is mirroring the principles that I try to live with daily, and that's why I'm a part of it. And obviously speaking with love, coming together as a constellation of lights and reminding us of our truth, right? All of our truths coming together. So I think none of us are walking our spiritual path alone. We're part of this larger network of support that Luminaria is really part capturing, and it's about us and its philosophy and its messaging. Our desire, of course, is to share each other's resources so that everyone knows about them, as Barbara said. And again, expanding what's possible for our region, and knowing, because also Emily mentioned being open at the top. Thanks for stealing my line. That was Ernest's line. It's very much being open at the top, and who knows what this collaborative will look like in 5 years. And I think that's part of the excitement, right? We don't stay put. We are continuously moving. So it's a sense of mobility, it's a sense of expansion, of getting bigger and brighter. And I think that's captured again in the name. So ultimately, the world that works for everyone, that's been part of Concordia's message for many years. And it's also, first and foremost, I think, what we are embodying here with Luminaria. So pleased to be a part of it. Many blessings to all of you, and thank you for including me today.
Welcome and appreciation to all of those who have joined us on Zoom. I am ending now, right, Mary? So I'm shortening this next part, but I would really love for all of the ministers in this room to stand up so everybody can see them. They're from all over. All the practitioners from all over, please stand up. All of the members of the leadership team in Concordia, will you stand up and thank you for your support? Coast, where are you? Will you stand up? Lori, Chris is standing up. Lori, Debbie's standing up. Please stand up, and Donna stand up. They are the ones who brought us to where we are today. Okay. Mwah.
Back at you.
I've gotten the hook. I will be back for one teeny tiny thing in a little while, but great thanks to you. Great thanks to you for the support, for the love, for, just much gratitude.
Wonderful. Thank you. Can we get another hand? Amazing. So for our next song, we've been sitting a little bit. So I would like to invite you to stand as you're able, if you wish, and take a breath. Please sing along if you wish. Maybe even just like a little sway. You can certainly do any of the seated, whatever you're comfortable with. But it's nice to get into our body a little bit. So this next song is called Breathe the Same Air. So we're going to sing along with Daniel Lang. Here we are. You ready?
Whose time has come, a new generation decides as one of the same small planet we are born. It's never been so obvious before. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky, breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better with you and I. The future of history is crystal clear. The borders between us will disappear. On the same small planet we are born. There's no foreign country anymore. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky, breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. No place for a vision like mine. Still I can see it, and still I believe it. There's too many lives on the line. There's so many lives on the line. We breathe the same air. Take a breath. Oh, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. Same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky, breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better,
You don't know.
Oh, that's great.
No more hunger walk. Where's my, oh, there she is.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm
Good morning.
Joyce, for those who don't know me. Whew. And there are no coincidences. I was just reminded this week, it's God incidences. And boy, this is one. It was Barbara that got me involved in community outreach. And the event that I have really become involved with, and one of the organizers of, and now with Gail as well, is a collaboration of many churches in our community, and we do the No More Hunger Walk. And so that event happened in October. It's in recognition of World Food Day. And so I wanted to thank everyone who participated in whatever way you did, whether you walked or donated or just volunteered. I wanted to thank also, there's a couple of people not in the picture, and a student and mom from Pilgrim High School that Gail recruited. So this was our 5th year. Concordia, we raised $721. And for those of you who don't know, 10% of all contributions go to West Bay Marketplace. And because we don't have a food pantry, we divide the remainder up between the other organizers. And also this year we recognized Tracy's Social Activism, an organization called DARE as well, for their dinner for the unhoused. So I just wanted to mention that since we started year 1, collectively we all raised $9,000.
Woo!
Year 5, collectively, there are 11 teams now. We raised over $18,000. So it has come to about $58,000 in total all these years that have gone to local food pantries, and we all know they are busier than ever. So thank you, everyone, and I look forward to next year. Thank you.
Bulldozer. So we're doing I'm Lisa, and we're doing our meditation, Saturday morning meditation group. We still have a bunch of weeks left. So please join us. It's really good. We have a nice circle of people. We do meditation, we do a little prayer, we do spiritual practices and principles. It's really good. So please join us. And it's me and Shannon, our practitioner intern. Thank you. Holiday giving. So West Bay Community Action, the same ones we collaborate with for our walk for hunger. I am collecting gift cards. We always, each year, we usually have a tray with gifts. We take a little, a name or something. This year, we're doing our gift certificates, gift cards. So there's a box out in the foyer. It's got the big red bow. You can't miss it. If you'd like to bring in any kind of gift card for any family, it can be food, it can be for toys or clothing, anything you'd like to donate is appreciated. And some have asked me if we take cash. They don't take cash at the Lower Community Action, but if you want to put in cash, I will get gift certificates, probably from Market Basket or Stop and Shop of food gift card. Anyway, so December 14th is the very last day, but the box is out there in the foyer. Thank you. And next, men's breakfast. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm in the circle.
Good morning, beautiful humans. I have a few announcements for Women's Circle today, so I'm going to read my notes so I don't forget anything. As we, the leadership of Women's Circle, are gathering and planning for next year, we want to highlight the incredible talent that we have in our community. So in March and April, we're creating evenings led by you. Those are the next open months for us. We're looking for women in our community to showcase their talents, their gifts, their hobbies even. I mean, flower arranging, knitting, anything creative, poetry, journaling, or if you offer Reiki or some sort of healing, we would love for you to come and share that with our community on a Friday night. The other thing is we have 3 open chair roles, open leader roles. We have 5 beautiful women on our leadership team right now, and some of us are ready to take a well-deserved rest. So this means we have 3 open seats on the circle, and if you feel interested at all in hosting a Friday night or talking to us about leadership, see any one of us, Heather Kilgore, Denise Robinson, Martha, myself, or Shannon Minell, and just have a conversation. We support our members through the Friday night, whatever it is they want to do. We provide them with marketing, we post it, set up for them, whatever. We'll work hand in hand with you, but we would love to showcase what you have for us. And finally, I'm going to talk about this. So this Friday night is our November Friday evening, and we're doing something called Slow Ride, a nourishing sourdough experience that weaves together creativity, presence, and the sacred art of taking our time. For me, sourdough is a spiritual practice, actually. And as much as it's a baking practice, it's really about listening, about trusting the rise, honoring the timing, and allowing what wants to emerge to do so in its own rhythm. I will be bringing my starter, a ready-to-bake loaf, and a finished loaf, so you can kind of see the cycle and what happens. And we'll talk about sourdough as a metaphor for your own becoming. If you're interested in making a starter, bring a clean jar with you, and I'll bring everything else and guide you along. It'll be grounding, creative, and just a beautiful way for us to start moving into the end of the year and into a new year. So I hope to see you then. Friday night, 6:30 to 8 downstairs in Fellowship Hall.
Very nice.
I'll be quick. So for those who are hearing this for the first time, every second Saturday of every month, we host breakfast downstairs. Either myself or Brian Fisk, who's one of our practitioners, cook up. I wield a mean spatula, so I'm actually a pretty good cook, and I enjoy it. It's my sacred service, and I would love for more men to join us. If you want to make a road trip, or you're coming from a longer distance, we'd welcome you. You'd have a hot cup of coffee and a well-cooked breakfast. So please join us in fellowship every second Saturday of the month. Thanks.
Now Trace will speak. Sacred Activism.
Hi everybody, my name is Tracy Yamadian and I am a practitioner here. And really quickly, I'll read what CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living, says about sacred activism on their website. Sacred activism manifests as a call to practical and positive action in the world. It urges proactive engagement with social and environmental issues, striving to actualize positive change. Advocating for justice, equity, and sustainability, sacred activism propels individuals beyond contemplation, inspiring them to translate their spiritual convictions into meaningful, impactful contributions to society. Our next meeting will be December 17th. It will be at Judith Sutphen's home. I'll be happy to give you that information. We will be having a holiday gathering, so we will break bread together, and we will talk about the 2 organizations that we're involved with right now, as the Refugee Dream Center and also the Rhode Island State Council of Churches. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm so grateful to be a part of this community, and I think our leadership team caught a shooting star for this Sunday service because we, in planning, were inspired to do a holiday interfaith service. So the leadership team, the practitioners, will be presenting this, and this is a personal invitation to all of you. The Sunday service will be on Solstice Sunday, and we will honor our faith. We will honor where we've come from. We will do a Feast of the Ancestors in honor of our roots and our history, and we invite you all to join us. And the potluck would just be that. We would be breaking bread and sharing the foods of our grandparents and our great-grandparents. And I remember hearing, if you want to know where you're going, be sure to remember where you come from. So this is an honoring of that. It is on our Sunday at 10 a.m. here at Concordia, and we'll also be doing Concordia as the hub. We'll be doing a raffle, and we'll be have holiday baskets, and really make it easy for your Christmas shopping. You can win a free basket and take it to your house. So we will also have that raffle going on as well on that Sunday. So please join us.
As we're wrapping up, are you feeling blessed? Yes? Yes. Try again. Are you feeling blessed? Yes. Yes. Well, this is our time for conscious giving, our practice of spiritual giving. We do so many practices here at Concordia. This is way more than just dropping something that is greatly appreciated in our baskets. It's also a way to start giving and know that as we give, we receive. So at Concordia, we are very grateful for all that you help us with. If the greeters come forward, you can put in your connection cards. Anything is very much appreciated. Checks, cards. We have texting to give at 401-466-4454. And please join me in our conscious giving affirmation.
Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
I am so grateful to each and every person who has come today, who is watching us live on Facebook, watching the replay. I am so grateful for these seeds that have been planted here. So just join me in knowing that our hands are open, our hearts are open, the path is illuminated as we move forward in this collaborative of bringing good and greater good to each and all. The healing that is happening right here and right now is simply magnificent. I'm so grateful to each person of the collaborative who's joined together and those who are coming forward to the seeds that are planted and that the divine who is already saying yes, knowing that it is so. I am blessed. I bless each one as we move on today and through our week, knowing that it's magnificent. I say amen, blessed be, and together we affirm.
And so it is.
So downstairs we have prayer, 1 minute miracles. If you want a quick custom-made prayer with me, you are more than welcome. Or ask a practitioner to pray with you, or just call me this week. I'd be more than happy. And Ms. Barber has one more thing. You can also send a prayer to prayer@concordiacsl.org.
So we are quickly celebrating some wonderful members of our communities who have completed the advanced consciousness studies, used to be the old Prac 1, and many of whom have gone on to Prac 2, so they are now practitioner interns. So as I call your name, if you would just come right up and see Lisa and Harry. Lori Johnson, Barbara Epstein. And many of whom are now practitioner interns in Prac 2. So thank you.
Mary.
So much to celebrate. Wonderful. song is a favorite. Many of you know it, I'll Light a Candle. So although this song's a little more on the quieter, meditative side, I know Barbara really wanted to evoke passion of the light and the collaboration in the world. So just invite you to put that light into your heart and really reveal, because it's already there. And again, if you'd like to stand and sway and breathe or sing or take it in, whatever you wish as we close the day here. beautiful, everyone. Thank